Welcome to Outtakes. I'm the right critic, the most must-see conservative film critic in the nation. Tonight, Peter Jackson wraps up his Hobbit trilogy, but he is sabotaged by his technical staff. Find out why on Outtakes. Director Peter Jackson has found a comfortable home in Middle-earth. Unfortunately, the studio executives try to serve to fill their coffers with more gold than Smaug's Magic Mountain. As a result, they establish things like deadlines. And therein lies the rub.
Winter is upon us. We must look to our own, to the sick and the helpless. Those who can stand, tend to the wounded, and those who have strength left, follow me. We must salvage what we can.
The opening sequences for The Hobbit, Battle of the Five Armies, are absolutely amazing. The film begins exactly where the second installment ended. Smaug, the deliciously destructive dragon, voiced by the incomparable Benedict Cumberbatch with a B, is quite irate that his sanctuary has been invaded by dwarfs and is wreaking havoc on the villagers of Laketon. Well, once the battle with Smaug is concluded, all the magical elements of the Middle-earth meet on a mountaintop to have a mystical power struggle, if you will, for the future of the land. Something, I guess, that is very similar to a session of Congress. This summit allows for Cumberbatch to return once again as the Necromancer, and for other Middle-earth deities to appear as well. Without question, folks, the best of these deities is Christopher Lee, who is actually in real life older than Methuselah, but he wields a bow staff battling 9 undead ghosts with moves that would make Tony Jaa envious. This battle is even better than Christopher Lee's fight with Yoda. After these two scenes, I thought to myself, this film is going to be an amazing masterpiece. But then, fellow viewers, someone pulled the plug.
Are you in need of assistance, my lady? You should have stayed dead.
The first two sequences, as I said in this movie, are amazing. And it's obvious that considerable time was spent on the Battle of Smaug and the Necromancer. I suspect that so much time was spent on these sequences that there simply wasn't enough time to give the subsequent segments similar treatment. After the battle on the mountaintop, the special effects and the CGIs take a serious nosedive. Long scenic shots display way too much digital art and seems to be unfinished at times. The backgrounds look like cartoons, almost as if you're looking through one of those old Viewmasters.
Now! To the city! To move! I swear!
I seriously don't think that Jackson, after putting meticulous detail into the opening sequences, would purposely slack off for the rest of the film. I believe he found himself up against a very tight release deadline imposed by Warner Brothers and simply made the best of the time that he had left. The first episode of The Hobbit garnered top honors for me. The second, it did kind of slip a tad, primarily because it was just a bridge movie. The Hobbit, Battle of the Five Armies, while it serves well to wrap up the tale, it's the weakest of the three for no other reason than the poor quality of the special effects. It's a shame that a script this good and the acting was subjugated to cartoon animation. The rating for The Hobbit, The Battle of the Five Armies is a 7 out of 10. Remember, there is no right or wrong way to watch a movie, but there is a right critic, and that's me. Be sure to read my complete review of The Hobbit, Battle of the Five Armies, where I will pinpoint scenes that actually look kind of bad, like the flying step scene. You'll be sure to want to check that out. It's all on the new official Outtakes website. There's the URL. Check it out today.